So who wants to give it a shot? What is the why of JCI? One person or from one of the couples.
I can do it if no one. Yeah.
Please.
So it was Muhammad and I, and we discussed that the why of GCI is because in order to bring sustainable change and a new way of doing things and innovation, we need young and robust leaders who believe in themselves and have worked on their values and skills and who are ready to lead. And also because GCI creates creative people and leaders, it gives them the opportunity to discover and themselves and build their personalities through learning by doing. And this is a non-profit organization based on morals and economic justice. Yeah.
Thank you. Where did my there we go. There we go. So anyone, how does JCI do the things we do?
Sonia, yes.
Mohammed?
Yeah, for me, just I'm in the group is Sonia. Sonia answered the first question on how. Just I discussed with Sonia about how. First of all, I think JCI needs to look for real believers of the people. So it's not a matter I need people. First, I need real believers of these values, of these morals. So in this way, I have the power. These people I can build on. So I have real believers. I start with the whole presentations, try to exchange values, try together, try to plan, try to accept each other by the ideas, try to create new ideas, and to have like a group to be agreed on these activities or these ideas and to put it in the actions. But first of all, I think the most important thing is to find real believers of these organizations. So in this way, I can find the real activities for this. And yeah, that's it.
All right, thank you. Hey, what does JCI do?
Me?
No, someone else, some other group.
Yeah.
We're talking about
yeah, Shana?
Okay, we're talking about the what now.
Yes, the what. What does JCI do?
Okay, we use the active citizen framework to make a positive impact, create sustainable solutions, and make an impact in our immediate community.
Exactly. All right. Thank you, guys. I think you did a lot of you nailed most of these things, and then of course there is the official names of everything, which I'll go through now. But yeah, you're right. This is the what, the how, and the why. So does JCI exist? JCI exists because young people, we play a significant role in addressing the challenges that the world faces today. There is absolutely no doubt that there are challenges out there. There are small challenges, there are big challenges, but we know that young people have the drive, we have the knowledge, and together we have the experience to do something about this. So JCI is out there so that we can look at what challenges are in the world and do something about it. And the how is, it's simply actually the JCI mission. The JCI mission is to provide development opportunities that empower young people to create positive change. And this is very much what you said, Mohammed. We are out there, we're doing things where you're looking for the people who do want to do something. And then using the active citizens framework, as Michelle said, we use the projects and the programs that we have to go out there and come up with solutions for these global challenges. We mobilize resources, we rally, we get stakeholders and supporters, and then we do implement the project plan. Okay?
Yes.
All right. So it's been mentioned just now already, but how do we do this? The Active Citizen Framework. The Active Citizens Framework, I think it came about maybe 7 or 8 years ago. Was the first time I heard about it. And in the start, this was used so that we could solve what's it called? Community projects. We were looking at what challenges does a local community have, and how can we help solve them. Since then, and this is also what is talked about mostly in JCI Impact, which is the old course that JCI Discover is taking over from. However, we have also seen that the Active Citizens Framework, it can be applied in many more ways. It's not just for looking at local small society community needs, but it can also be used in how you develop a business. It can be used how to develop a person. So it's actually a tool and a framework which has many purposes. And if you are working more in a corporate world, you can also use this as well, because it is a tool. You might label it differently when you present it to your boss, but it is a way of systematically getting from the start, the problem, to the solution. And now we are going to see a small video explaining how does the Active Citizen Framework work. Okay?
Within JCI, we believe young people worldwide have the power to create positive change. But the question is, how? To start, we take responsibility for making our communities stronger. To be effective, we need a committed team. So throughout the process, we engage stakeholders from all sectors of society to reach mutual goals. We work with our leaders and neighbors to examine the community's greatest needs and identify their root causes. Together, we design solutions that will last, and then we take grassroots action with a clear plan. Our actions are driven by the stages of community development, which begins with ensuring citizens are healthy. By fighting disease, alleviating hunger, and providing access to clean water and sanitation, we can all reach our greatest potential. Education is the foundation of economic opportunity. By empowering citizens to learn, gain job skills, and find work, society progresses. We have a responsibility to leave a prosperous world for our children and future generations. So we must avoid environmental crisis and foster peace to sustain our communities and ultimately the world. While taking action, we measure our results and evaluate our impact so we can learn from our mistakes and prove our success. This is how young active citizens transform community challenges into opportunities for empowerment, development, and sustainable impact. This is the JCI Active Citizen Framework. This is our roadmap to change the world.
It's nothing small, it's quite big. The roadmap to create a sustainable world. All right. Let me click on the right part. Oh, there we go. So, some of the things we use to have this framework is we start off with identifying the status quo. What is the challenge that we're facing? What's happening right now? There is a challenge. What is it? What do we do? And then we'll look at how can we solve this? How can we do it? Following by, once you've done it, it's important to do the evaluation. How have we actually created this positive change? All right, let's see. next, now we have a small check-in to see that everyone is alive and kicking. Anita will be sharing a link in the chat at the moment, I think. And we ask that you just click on the link, write your email, or yeah, I think it's just your name. Let's see. Do you find the link or should I find it, Anita?
Yeah, I get it. It's
you
just
have it.
I have it. Yes.
All right.
Just your name.
Just write your name so we know that you're still alive and kicking. As all of you know, I'm sure you have attended lots of online trainings for over the past 3-4 months. It's a little bit harder to know if someone is asleep or not when you don't actually see them, because I can only see a couple of you. Joachim, you press the link, so you come to a Google Sheet. Cool, no problem. Excellent, everyone is still alive. Let's hope. All right, so let's go on and see what's happening. So again, you can use the active citizen framework for, again, what was originally designed for community development. But again, you can also do business development and individual development. And I wanted to ask, is there someone who has examples from their local organizations? I mean, we have the benefit of having many different local organizations here today, of how you have used the active citizen framework to start a project that you found a need either in business, community, or in an individual. Does anyone have a project that they want to share in? Again, keep it short, but what something?
I'll share yours.
Who did you say?
Okay. Do you like the storytelling, Joachim?
Yeah.
Do you mean yes? So like it's actually postponed, or it's on, what do we call it, like on a pause because of the corona situation. But before that, I had this idea together with my team, including Lasse and Ida from JCI Evolution, to work on a project of storytelling. So we thought that our target group was a group of young unaccompanied refugees in Trondheim, so that they can tell their stories. But before going on stage and telling their stories, they would take some training with us. And before we go and we train them how to tell their stories, we had a plan to arrange a storytelling course for ourselves. So we had like an international storyteller or slash professor to train us, to train the young people to tell their stories.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this project is probably then still in the development
yes, it's
phase?
in the development.
Excellent.
I think we are going to start working on it again from August, September. So we will resume it as soon as
Perfect.
the situation is
Thank you.
in control. Thank you.
Can we have one more project? Anyone want to share? Anita, no, Mohammed, you have one. Excellent.
Yeah, just like experience JCI Molda, we have one of the biggest activities here in JCI Molda, which is in Fitterdager, which happens from time to time. But we haven't decided if we will have it yet because of the corona situation, but we will see tomorrow, because tomorrow we have some plans. But we, from time to time, we have like very active president, Anita, and very active person who's called Heidi. We try to hold some courses from time to time. We have like a hall here in place. We try to hold some presentations. We try to make courses from time to time. And yes, we have different from time to time, not only in Fitterdager. Yes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Can I just say the purpose of this storytelling project?
Yes.
Because I think that's the most
That's the
important,
most important
element. That what is the purpose of the project? Like storytelling, as you know, is considered as something that can help people who tell their stories in a therapeutic way, so they can like just get um, free therapy to telling their stories, but also it will open many doors to them, to the Norwegian society. So it will have like double sword effect for them, that it will both give them the opportunity to just take this burden that they're carrying on their shoulders off by just telling and sharing their stories, but also that it will open the door for them to the society. They will share it with people and they will come in contact with other people in the society. Yes, that was the
All right.
purpose.
Yeah, thank you. And as Sonia figured, the important thing is, what is the challenge? Why are we doing this? And if you are looking for inspiration for other products that you can do, there is JCI projects on the JCI website. I will see what happens when I do this. Okay, and now I'm going to be sharing that one instead. I think you see a different screen now, right? So here on jci.cc, if you go to projects, you will see the project gallery. Here, a lot of projects from all over the world have been uploaded. If you want to duplicate projects from other local organizations, I mean, you don't have to invent the wheel every time. Something that is maybe relevant in the Netherlands could also be relevant in Norway. Look at what others have done if you're looking for a project. You have also here on JCI website, you have more information about the active citizen framework. So the video that we just watched now, you can have more information about it. All right, let's see if we can find our way back to the PowerPoint. Yeah, okay. Which screen am I showing now? Is it the UN Sustainable Development Goals? Okay, good. Online training it's good, but sometimes you have to be like, okay, what are you seeing? What am I seeing? Where are we? All right. I just want to shortly mention that since they were actually what's the word? Since the UN decided that this is what we're going to do in 2015, JCI has been partnering with the UN about the Sustainable Development Goals. There are 17 goals that will help the world become more sustainable. I'm quite sure all of you have heard that there are such a thing as the Sustainable Development Goals before. You might not be able to name all of them, but they are also a great inspiration when you look into, if you're making society projects, look into, can this have something help one of the Sustainable Development Goals? Can this, for example, be something about climate action or quality education, and so on. In addition to being what the UN thinks is a good way of doing it, and JCI as well, it also help. I'm pretty sure there are lots of funds that you can apply for if you're working with the Sustainable Development Goals that can help finance your project if that is needed. All right, so how do we actually make an impact? The JCI Impact Factor video is going to tell you a little bit about what it is that JCI members can do to make this impact. Let me just check. Yeah, I have the sound. Let's check it out.
As JCI members, we spend probably more time than most people in big international airports like this one. They're wonderful places. They're clean, they're modern. And if you're here, you just might be on the way to an exciting event like JCI World Congress. But events like this and spending times in fancy airports is only the tip of the iceberg of the JCI experience. And that's why we're bringing you the impact factor. We want to see what JCI national and local organizations are doing on the ground level to change the world through sustainable impact. We've received submissions of amazing projects you guys are doing all over the world, and our first featured project comes to us from our friends from JCI Nigeria.
JCI Nigeria is the perfect example of a national organization taking on a local problem that can yield global results. This group of dedicated, active young citizens took on the huge challenge of trash being dumped into the streets, which is not just an aesthetic problem. As trash begins to decompose, harmful chemicals and toxins begin to leak out. JCI Nigeria joined World Cleanup Day, which was led by Let's Do It, to advance the global goals for sustainable development and organize a full-scale campaign against indiscriminate refuse dumping and to implement efficient waste management. World Cleanup Day participants worked with stakeholders from all sectors of society and used Let's Do It's waste mapping app to target dumping sites, leveraging technology to differentiate from other cleanup activities and create sustainable impact. A total of 249 tons of trash was removed from streets and drainage. People now see waste as a resource to improve other sectors of the economy. And 7,143 people pledged to dispose of their waste properly.
Through this project, JCI Nigeria was able to tackle 3 Sustainable Development Goals.
Global Goal 6, Clean Water and Sanitation. Global Goal 7, Affordable and Clean Energy. And Global Goal 13, Climate Action. The project has created developmental opportunities for government to support waste entrepreneurs, allowing them to remove waste from their community and the nation at large. Citizens are now aware that there's a large organization of youth in Nigeria who organized cleanup activities in 29 states. Thank you, JCI Nigeria. You are the impact factor.
All right. I think, do we need a little short break? Or are we good to go for another 25 minutes? Yes, no, nada?
A short break would be nice.
A short break would be nice. All right. So my clock is now 7:12. So at 7:20, so 8 minutes break. Can you all be back here then? I am very precise and I will start at 7:20. Okay?
7:20, yes, thank you.
All right.